for Tottenham. We don't know how fit he will be. They'll have to manage him. I don't think he'll play the whole game, but having him against Nicholas Jackson, one of the informed Premier League strikers, I think it's a huge boost for Tottenham.
As I say, Steve, not even a whisper. You know, I spoke to a few, what we might describe Clinton as Tottenham Hotspur insiders.
Yes.
And unless they were sworn to secrecy, I mean, there was still talk about Archie Gray having to play in central defence. As it turns out, he's not even in the team, he's on the bench.
You know, the thing that I find really interesting, Clinton, is that we're going to hear from Ange Postecoglou shortly, but he keeps talking, Postecoglou, about not being about the short term. You know, I'm about the long term, I'm here for the long haul, and, you know, it's not about success now, it's about this, it's about that. This feels like a very here and now decision because they're playing Chelsea. There's been no build-up to it, there's been no sort of quiet reintroduction. Van der Ven is just straight in, so it's a risk.
Yeah, it is a risk, and he can keep saying that he's not here for the. He is here for the short term because it's not long term, Crossy. Because as a Premier League manager, you're judged on the here and now. It's not what you're going to do in a year or 2 years. These Tottenham fans want to start winning trophies, finishing in the top four, back playing in the Champions League. So no, he can say what he wants. Like at the moment, it's not going well for him. It's a pressure game for Ange. This is why he's happy. This is, for me, this is probably their best 11. But you can try and fit Maddison into that. I think maybe Maddison, he sacrificed one of the midfielders, either Basuma or Sarr. But this is their strongest team, Tottenham. So he is going for it. And to have Mickey van der Ven, who for me is probably the quickest defender in the one-on-one position in the Premier League, is a huge boost.
But perhaps as well, Clinton, not just a risk with van der Ven, but also a risk with Romero,
both of them,
who I've been told has really not trained properly this week. He's been out for 4 matches, Romero, with a toe injury. So you've got the two of them, Steve.
Yeah, we've also got BBC Sports' Nizar Kinsella alongside John and Clinton. Afternoon, Nizar.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Do you think Ange Postecoglou has made those 2 decisions because of how important the game is today? Forget anything else. Is this about his position and his situation as much as the opposition?
Yeah, that's a big question. I think, is it a risk as well? Because if these guys get injured during the game, then that just raises the pressure on him because it adds pressure to the other games that follow this. So, yeah, I think it's rolling the dice, putting your best players on the pitch. They're fit, apparently, and they're going to play. But if something happens during the game, then it's going to only add to the pressure. But if they get through it and Spurs win, then what a masterstroke. It's a bit one of those, isn't it?
And also, Clinton, if we're talking about short-term decisions, I mean, if you're coming up against Nicholas Jackson at the minute, you would take what decisions you need to give yourself the best possible chance. He is on fire.
He is on fire. I think Mickey van der Ven's the one who, out of the both defenders, you can stay with him. But Jackson is a handful. But as you say, it's how fit he is. Because once he does that first run into the channel, let me tell you something, Crossy. Training is so different to a match situation. You can ease through training and be comfortable in training. But when you're having a sprint and chase Nicholas Jackson who's running into the channels, it's hard for him. But I think Andrew wouldn't take a big risk if he didn't think he was fit. He's not going to be 100% fit, but he must have done some sort of training to be able to throw him in. But you're right, it's a massive game for Tottenham.
There is one Nizar comparison to be made between Tottenham and Chelsea. They are 2 young teams. They've certainly got players within them who are dynamic and exciting. I wonder if one of the problems for Ange Postecoglou at the moment is that Tottenham fans might look at these 2 teams and think, why can't we do what Chelsea are doing?
Well, yeah, I think that's true. I think that Maresca's sort of mastered the sort of managing the youth players. I mean, Chelsea have gone even more extreme down that route. It's like every single player in their squad is under 27. Robert Sanchez is their oldest player, the goalkeeper. So, yeah, I think that's something that Spurs fans will look at. And obviously, Maresca's really popular with Chelsea supporters right now. He just sort of gets it. He gets Chelsea fans. He's an Italian manager. They've had successful Italian managers before, but Ange Postecoglou, he's probably not even doing as badly as some say because the points total's not awful. But yeah, the league position in itself, the sort of position in the table is. So yeah, I think the Spurs fans, it's partly personal. I was there in Bournemouth on Thursday night, and it was Ange's sort of relationship with the fans that was in the spotlight after the game when he went over to them and sort of had an argument with a couple of supporters. So yeah, that was quite shocking scenes and made more of a story of a defeat than maybe it otherwise would have been.
Yeah,
Steve, just mention this because we're just watching Chelsea warm up here. You know, having said that Caicedo would play it right back in the warm up, the coaches are working with just Badiashile, Colwill and Cucurella together, whereas Caicedo has been with the rest of the midfielders.
Yeah,
is that a red herring?
Yeah, I've seen it many a times where a manager tries to throw off the opposition because the opposition coach will be looking to see how they set up because you always do that in a warm-up. So it could be The only other thing you could do is if they play wing backs, but I know Jadon Sancho ain't going to be wanting to play right wing back or Neto. They'd rather go forward. So I think it could be a masterstroke from Maresca, but we will see, John, all in good time.
So that would be Sancho Neto.
Yeah, so I think it will be. Yeah, I think it'll be Caicedo, right?
That'd be quite bold.
Yeah, it would be very bold and attacking.
It's actually bold to move Caicedo out of central midfield as well, Clinton, because he's been phenomenal in there alongside Lavia. It's been a question of whether or not Enzo Fernandez can force his way back into that midfield. So he is playing all three of them. I think some Chelsea fans might say that Caicedo's been the best, so why move him out of position?
I agree. I just think he's trying to fit Enzo Fernandez in. He's coming a bit and he scored a few goals. I get that, and he's the captain at the moment. But for me, Caicedo and Lavia have been... When you go to a place like Tottenham, where Tottenham have the players like the Kulusevskis who can create stuff, I think you need Caicedo in there with Lavia, because you know what he gives you? Legs. Enzo Fernandez, fantastic footballer going forward, but I don't think he'll give you the legs. What do you think?
Well, I agree, but I think Caicedo will step into midfield, and then Enzo Fernandez will push on. We've seen Fernandez chipping in with a few goals here and there, 5 assists in 5 games. So I think that formations are fluid now, right? So I think that Lavia and Caicedo will end up alongside each other, certainly when Chelsea have the ball quite a lot today. And for me also, Caicedo, one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I think the price tag was huge, yes, but he's absolutely performing at the minute. He's up there.
You're spot on. Do you know why, Crossy? We don't talk about the price tag anymore, do we? That's how good Caicedo's been. Before we were talking about how much Chelsea paid for him. We don't do that anymore because that's how good he's been.
So you're saying, Nizar, that Caicedo is effectively going to be not dissimilar to what Porro would do for Tottenham?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So inverted fullback, steps into midfield when Chelsea have the ball, and then without the ball, he's sort of in at right back there, hanging in there. But he's played that role for Brighton as well, so he can do it. It's not a surprise to see him in there.
Yeah, right. Well, Nizar mentioned Ange Postecoglou's running with some Tottenham fans after the defeat at Bournemouth. Let's hear from the Spurs manager. Does he want or need more support, and does he think he's got the fans backing?
I've lived in this world for long enough to know that when people aren't happy, they'll express their opinions. And is it nice? No. I'm just a manager, I'm a human being like everyone else. It doesn't disappoint me, it doesn't frustrate me, it doesn't make me angry. I'm just as determined as ever. I don't need support, mate. I don't worry about contracts, I don't worry about support. To be honest, if I was worried about my own existence, I would have fought tooth and nail to block Harry Kane leaving the football club, but it wasn't the right decision for the club because he was in the last year of his contract. So that's not what drives me. I just want to make sure that what I set out to do I accomplish, and that is bring success to this football club. I work my backside off to make sure that happens. I'm not going to be deterred in my ambitions or endeavour to do that. And the supporters are the supporters. They're invested in this club. They will feel what they feel, whether they can see what we're trying to do or they can't see what we're trying to do. I can't change that materially without there being evidence on the pitch.
Clinton Morrison, what do you think of that?
When I heard it, because I heard it the other day, it frustrates me. Like, you don't need to mention Harry Kane. Harry Kane's gone. You could never have kept Harry Kane. It's not worth speaking about Harry Kane. Speak about the players that you have here and now. Listen, the Tottenham fans, they can voice their opinion. They were frustrated. It's too inconsistent with this football team, and I just think when you look at his interviews now, you look at him and it's like he's distracting himself away from everybody. He should be trying to keep everyone on side. He needs these fans. These are the fans who will determine whether he loses his job or don't lose his job. So he should be trying to keep them on side without a shadow of doubt, because these are the ones who pay their hard-earned wages, and these are the fans who want to see the success at the moment. So there is pressure on him, and I think he put himself under pressure when he said, second season I always win a trophy. I don't think you come out and do that as a manager, Crossy.
We'll come back to this in a second. There's been another goal at the Hawthorns in the Championship. Sarah Mulcairns.
And it's an equaliser. It is West Brom 2, Sheffield United 2. Tom Fellows has been lively all afternoon. He got himself in the area, unleashed a shot, took a deflection and ended up in the top corner, unbeknownst to the Sheffield United keeper Cooper. It's West Brom 2, Sheffield United 2.
Nizar, you've covered football, especially in the Premier League, especially in London, for a long time. So you will know that Daniel Levy might have his faults and he gets criticism from Spurs fans. However, when they show they are unhappy about a manager, he does tend to listen. So is Postecoglou playing a bit of a risky game there?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's making himself the story. He doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens at big clubs, you lose games, but don't make yourself the story. Don't put unnecessary pressure on you and the players, and it just feels like it's amped up before this kick-off here today, based off the back of his press conference, 2 in a row, Bournemouth away, then the one to preview this. So, yeah, I was there at it, and it just feels like not ideal circumstances to come into a game.
I agree with that comment totally, magnificently. But you know what, Crossy? I just wanted to quickly get this point across.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me usually what I'm doing today. You didn't ask me what I'd been up to. I was a bit disappointed.
What do you mean? I know what you're doing. You're working for 5 Live.
Yeah, but before that, we had a great dinner. All my team here, my lovely team, but we had a special guest. You didn't tell about the special guest that we had, did you?
No, I didn't know about your special guest.
Well, you better be nice to me anyway, because we just with one of the big bosses, Tim. We had lunch with him, so be nice to me. I was singing your praises. So
The Director General?
Yes, the big one.
Brilliant.
So let's move on anyway.
So I'm just going to clear my throat and start being all professional now, Clint. What you told me earlier.
He's been listening for the last half an hour, but let's carry on.
Oh, no, told you how good Crystal Palace are this season. Anyway.
Yeah, good man.
John Murray, after everything we've said about Tottenham Hotspur, we'd just like them to win this afternoon.
Honestly, before we got the team news today, just speaking to any number of people who are coming here or who are here for the match, it is just so unpredictable. And you look across the results that they've had this season, and I think not least the fact that it's a fortnight since they produced one of the most jaw-dropping scorelines that we've seen in recent seasons. Manchester City 0, Tottenham 4, after Manchester City had gone 52 home matches without losing over the course of 90 minutes. Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham went there and did that. However, either side of that result, you know how the results have fallen for them. So that is why I think that this has got a little bit of something that is more than the average match that we come to.
And Nizar, just before we let you go, does it not sort of feel like time to stop saying, oh, Spurs, they need to be more consistent? At some point, do you have to look at Tottenham and think, well, this is what they're going to be under Ange Postecoglou?
Well, he's had his first 50 games now. He's had his time to sort of build it up and build it into something, and now it's the time to sort of deliver a little bit. He said he always wins a trophy in his second season as well, so that's another time he's put pressure on himself. But hey, these Spurs fans will forget about everything Ange said before the game. As long as it's 0-0, as long as they're competitive, they'll be fighting for a result. But as soon as Chelsea score, it could turn on him, and that's sort of where we are. That's where this game is. It sits on the knife edge for Ange Postecoglou.
Great stuff, Nizar. Thank you very much. Nizar Kinsella from BBC Sport, who's there in the stadium. John Murray and Clinton Morrison, your commentary team. We've got just over 7 minutes to go until kick-off. Tottenham versus Chelsea. So let's spin it Chelsea back. Clinton back to Chelsea. We know what will happen if they win today. Enzo Maresca will be asked, now are you title challengers? The thing is, do they actually lack anything? Do they lack any attribute that you would attribute to a title challenger?
I think they don't have a world-class goalie, Crossy. That's
Right.
the one I think I could say. And defensively, I worry about them defensively. Now that Fofana's injured, and if they had Reece James, I'd definitely say they have a great opportunity. That is the only reason. They're definitely title contenders because where they are. But do I think Chelsea can do it? Not this season, because I think defensively and a world-class goalkeeper, but I think they've got a great chance. They're progressing, the team's at a good age, and I think they've got a brilliant manager who's done well, so they'll finish in the top 4 comfortably, but I don't think they'll win the title this year.
What do they lack? Experience of winning titles.
There you go.
But they certainly don't lack depth, which is normally, Clinton, the first thing you look at. I mean, any team that can have Noni Madueke on the bench.
Yeah, you're right, Crossy. That's what I mean. In the attacking areas, Chelsea you'd say probably have one of the best squads in the Premier League. I just worry about them defensively, but you're right. It's been unbelievable because everyone at the start of the season criticising Chelsea, saying they're spending, bringing in these kind of players. Every player that he's bringing, they're delivering. And now you look at the bench, you've got the likes of Felix, Nkunku, Madueke. These are players that can come on and make an impact. I think the way Maresca's handled the squad has been first class, Crossy.
Do you know what? The oldest outfield player that they've got in the team today is Cucurella at 26.
Wow.
Well, maybe, Clinton, this goes back to the point about Enzo Fernandez. He's a World Cup winner. So is that the point here? Yes, Chelsea's 2 central midfielders, Lavia and Caicedo playing it right back today, we think, have been brilliant, but you need that winner in the team. You have to find a way to get them in.
Yeah, and even though he's at a young age, he's got experience, as you just said. World Cup winner, playing with the best player in the world, in my opinion, in Lionel Messi, learning a lot from all these top players. So I always think that's why in some games, that's why Enzo Fernandez is in there, for his experience to help the younger players in and around. But if that is, as John said, Cucurella's the youngest player, they're only going to get better in years to come. I give Chelsea a year, 2 years, they will start winning the Premier League again, that's for sure, Crossy.
Well, that, John Murray, is similar to what Enzo Maresca has said. I think he said he thinks this Chelsea team could dominate football for years to come.
Well, listen, let's
he said it. He did
John,
say it.
John, Pep will have something to say with that, won't he?
I was gonna, very often we talk about these long-term projects, don't we? And then they get overtaken by events. I mean, about just over a month ago, we thought Manchester City were going to win and win and win and win forever, and then look what's happened. So I don't think we should be looking too far out.
Events, dear boy, events, etc., etc. Right, Ange Postecoglou is on his way out, applauding the fans, John Murray.
Yeah, out on his own, as he does normally do. But as he walked out, clapping his hands, I thought there was a big cheer for him there. The Tottenham fans have seen him; they know what happened on Thursday night, and he got a warm reception. And actually, here we are, they're singing his song. They're singing his song, and he is now on the edge of the coaching area, the long grey hooded coat, and he is applauding them for that.
Well, there you go. A show of solidarity as the players take the field. A reminder of the full-time scores in the Premier League. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1, Ipswich 1, Bournemouth 2, Leicester 2, Brighton 2. We'll bring you reaction to all of those games at half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This should be really, really good. It's Spurs against Chelsea with Clinton Morrison and correspondent John Murray.
There is a huge mosaic being unfurled from the Tottenham supporters in purple and white in that massive stand to our right. The teams are walking out here. It is dry, I think, for the time being. It's a cold afternoon. It is cold in the capital. There is a feel of midwinter about it, Clinton Morrison. But and it's been bleak for them since Thursday night, hasn't it? But I think this team news has changed a great deal with Van de Ven and Romero back.
Yeah, these fans when they came in, they would have thought Romero might have played, but Van de Ven coming in, I think it's a huge boost for them. It's their strongest back four that they could put out at the moment, and I think going forward, having Solanke back in, I know he played in the midweek, but he didn't look 100%. Having a few more days of training, it's a big football match for them. It's a London derby. The fans don't like each other. It's a rivalry, and it's one they want to go home and have the bragging rights, John.
And the purple writing in the mosaic smell out in Latin what is the Tottenham club crest. To dare is to do. And that is a great reminder before a match like this. And that is something, whatever Tottenham fans, some of them, think of Ange Postecoglou, his team certainly dare. And occasionally they do.
They do dare, and they do entertain as well, John. And this will be a very good football match. I think both teams will entertain, and Tottenham need to stand up today. The performance against Bournemouth was nowhere near good enough.
And no sooner do I say that it's dry than another squally shower blows in. The rain is being blown up and down into the bowl of the Tottenham Stadium. The golden cockerel is up there on its plinth, and at the moment the rain is swirling all around it. So here we go. This weekend, as you will be well aware, Liverpool didn't play. Manchester City couldn't win away. Arsenal already today in our earlier commentary match on 5 Live, Arsenal weren't able to win away. Now it's Chelsea's turn. It could turn into a very good weekend for Liverpool.
Yeah, without kicking a ball, you're right. Arsenal dropping points, as you said, Man City dropping points. And if Tottenham can get a result, then Chelsea would be dropping points. So it could be, without Liverpool kicking a ball, getting a fantastic result. But this Chelsea team have been good. John, I don't like to predict this, but there's definitely be goals in this game.
Well, Tottenham-Chelsea here last season was one of the matches of the season. Remember that? When Spurs had started unbeaten under Ange Postecoglou, and Chelsea under Mauricio Pochettino came here and won 4-1. Jackson scored a hat-trick. Udogie and Romero were sent off, and it was one of the nights. Well, listen to this. Well, it genuinely feels as though the trouble and the agony of Thursday night was being...
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Unfortunately, due to rights restrictions, we're not able to bring you the current sports commentary on this platform. You may be able to listen on an alternative platform. For further information and terms of use, go to bbc.co.uk/5live.
On the right-hand side now, he plays it back to Caicedo, now to Cucurella. Cucurella gives it straight back to Caicedo on the edge of the centre circle, forward to Badiashile, and now out wide to Neto. Neto looking to take on the Tottenham fullback Udogie. Makes a good challenge and puts the ball out of play for a throw. Neto to take the throw-in. It's actually left it to Caicedo. Caicedo gives it to Palmer. Palmer gets it back from Caicedo again and wins another throw-in. Badiashile Plays it across to Colwell inside the centre circle, and then Cucurella slips, and it's Brennan Johnson who's come away with the ball. Brennan Johnson looks for the cross into the penalty area. It's turned in by Dominic Solanke, and Tottenham have taken the lead. What a start to this game. Inside 5 minutes, it's the hosts who score first, and it all came from the slip by Cucurella, and Brennan Johnson provides the assist for Dominic Solanke to score against his former club. Chelsea had possession, but Cucurella slipped, and Brennan Johnson was onto it in a flash. Lovely ball into the penalty area, around about the edge of the 6-yard box. Solanke arriving, threw himself at it first time, guiding it into the far corner with the goalkeeper stranded and out of position. And there's the dream start for Tottenham. Superb from Solanke. His 5th Premier League goal this season. That one will be particularly sweet against his former club. It was a lively start to the game. Brennan Johnson, who scored Tottenham's goal against Fulham last weekend. Provided the assist here, pouncing on Cucurella's slip. Very unfortunate from the Chelsea fullback, who's been outstanding this season. How will Chelsea respond here? Sancho has picked it up and played it out to the left-hand side. Fernandes finding Jackson, who crosses it into the penalty area. Doggy gets his head to the ball. Correa then finding Sancho. Now it's with Jackson again into the penalty area. Romero makes the challenge and comes away with the ball. Then he backheels it inside the penalty area to Kulusevski, who recovers well to pass the ball out to Bissouma, who is fouled. Tottenham have the free kick. Start to this game. Romero seems to have a bit of a problem here. It was a little bit of a surprise that both Romero and Van de Ven returned to the side. Romero staying on for the time being, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. Might be something to keep an eye on. Chelsea win the ball back. Jackson getting hold of it for Chelsea, and then keep possession. Lavia briefly won it back again before Tottenham are able to clear downfield. And it's with Sanchez now, the Chelsea goalkeeper, who slices his clearance. Just hasn't really been the best of starts here for Ante Maresca's team. Chelsea deal with the throw-in. Lavia heading the ball forward. Jackson laying it off for Cole Palmer. Beaten to it by Van de Ven. Great challenge, and then he tries to drive forward, but Caicedo tidies up for Chelsea, and then holds off a challenge from Son. Then finds Palmer, who is fouled by the Tottenham captain. attack of Chelsea again. It needed Enzo Fernandez to come back and take the ball away from Kulusevski, otherwise they could have been in trouble again. Error strewn the first 10 minutes here from Chelsea, as they lose possession once more. Caicedo tidying up. Shield to Colwell, out wide to Cucurella. Is he calling for Sancho? Gives it to Fernandez. Good pressure from Tottenham. Another slip from Cucurella as he gives the ball away again. And Tottenham now looking to make him pay once more. Edge of the penalty area, trying to work the space for the shot. Kulusevski goes for goal, and that is an incredible start from Spurs. They double their lead with just over 10 minutes played. It's squeezed into the bottom corner, and Dejan Kulusevski has profited from a second slip by Marc Cucurella, who has run across right now to change his boots. He slipped twice, and Tottenham make Chelsea pay once again. Quite incredible. He's currently sitting on the sidelines, changing his boots while Tottenham celebrate the second goal of the game. Cucurella had possession, slipped. Chelsea won it back. It was Johnson again. Then the ball was played into Kulusevski on the edge of the penalty area, and he ran across, got the shot away on his left foot. It found its way into the bottom corner. Perhaps the only question is whether Heung-min Son was in the goalkeeper's eye line as the shot came in. I don't think he was. And I don't think that there's any reason for this goal not to stand. It's a brilliant finish, low and hard into the bottom corner from Dejan Kulusevski. But twice Cucurella has slipped, and twice Tottenham have made him pay. I've said already what an incredible season he's had. Been so good for Chelsea. But this is quite incredible. Change of footwear for Marc Cucurella, but 12 minutes in, the damage is done. They're 2-0 down. Would you believe it? Spurs on the move again. It's come to a doggy inside the 6-yard box, and he's hit it just wide. I think the flag was up for offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. Tottenham almost in again. Nothing to do with Cucurella's footwork this time. Just the most extraordinary first half so far. Chelsea, a great opportunity to close the gap at the top of the table. Find themselves 2-0 down away from home against their bitter rivals. Nobody saw this coming. Quite remarkable start. Such a good fortune. Throughout both goals. Cucurella is going to try and put that out of his mind now. Chelsea come forward. Cucurella getting involved in the counter-attack as Jackson holds the ball up. He is fouled. It's the free kick. And for all the positivity around the start for Tottenham, it looks like Christian Romero is not going to last long on his return to the team. Dragusin getting ready to come on. Romero goes down. He knows his afternoon is over already. Absolutely incredible what we've seen here in this game so far. This is bad news for Romero. Only just back from injury. Meantime, Enzo Maresca is having conversations with his goalkeeper. Nobody could have predicted the start to this game. Cucurella in particular will want to forget the last 15 minutes. As Romero walks off the pitch looking absolutely devastated. Radu Dragusin is on. Romero's return to the side lasts just 15 minutes. There's an awful lot to unpack over the last quarter of an hour. Played back to Sanchez in goal for Chelsea. Throws it long, Dragusin gets involved for the first time, playing the ball to Pedro Porro, who just about dealt with it. It wasn't an easy ball to deal with for Pedro Porro, but he did well. It was sent long to Hyun-Min Son, who is offside. Correa plays it back to Coleman. Ball forward, being chased by Pedro Neto, who's done well to get the ball into the penalty area. It was bouncing and it was headed back to Fraser Forster by Pedro Porro. And Sarr for Tottenham down the left-hand side, gives it to Son. Gets the ball back. Hyun-Min Son hasn't really been involved in the opening quarter of an hour. Chelsea have it. Badiashile forward to Palmer. Lay off for Caicedo. Now it's with Lavia. Moves it out wide to Cucurella. And the shot from Sancho! And he finds the bottom corner. And Chelsea are right back in it. What a start to this game. 17 minutes gone. Chelsea make their statement. And it's Jadon Sancho who fires the ball in. Cut in from the left-hand side. Drilled the shot into the bottom corner, in off the foot of the post. Quite an incredible start to this game. 17 minutes and 1 second on the clock when that goal was scored. So much more to it than just the 3 goals as well. Great finish from Jadon Sancho. It's just given Chelsea foothold in the game, feeling up a lot better about things now. Tottenham losing a key player in Romero. Tottenham, who rarely keep clean sheets at home since last November, so just over a year. Kept 1 clean sheet in 22 matches in the Premier League. Is played over the top for Jackson the chase. Van der Ven beats him to it, puts it out for a throw in, right down by the corner flag on the left hand side for Chelsea. Paper missiles being thrown at the Chelsea players yet again. Sancho, I think, picked one up and threw it back into the crowd and was just being warned by the referee. As I say, it is only paper, so nothing too damaging, but it's still not really anything you want to see. So Badiashile gives the ball out to the right-hand side for Palmer. Palmer then tries to thread a pass through, and Sarr stepped in well to win the ball. Solanke was clattered by Lavia. Really good challenge from him. And that's with Badiashile. Just to get the pass away to Lavia, hooks it onto Caicedo and now forward to Fernandes. Fernandes Out to the left for Sancho, who hits the cross first time and got it all wrong, really. It wasn't really a shot on goal, it wasn't a cross either, it just sails out of play. Great build-up from Chelsea, though. Lovely flowing football. The ball played up towards Solanke, who was in a wrestling match with Badiashile. Came out on top on that occasion. Kukurea sending the ball forward. It's found Jackson down the left-hand side. Jackson looking to take on Van der Ven into the penalty area. Gives it to Fernandes. Fernandes cuts it back for Palmer, who missed his shot. It went through his legs. And Tottenham able to clear. There's a foul on Kulusevski. It'll be a free kick midway inside the Tottenham half. Cole Palmer with a real opportunity there to level things up. And Lavia has picked up a yellow card for the foul. And Kulusevski as well. Big move again from Chelsea. For once, Cole Palmer wasn't able to apply the finishing touch. He's so composed and so cool in front of goal. Let's kick that one. And Tottenham on the move with Son. Plays it down the left-hand side for Kulusevski. Kulusevski looking to get the cross in. He's blocked by Caicedo and he wins the corner. Thrilling opening to this game. Palmer missing that golden chance a few moments ago. Now Heung-min Son to take the corner onto the near post, headed away. And come back to the Tottenham captain. He heads it down to Kulusevski, who tries to find a way into the penalty area. It is cleared by Chelsea, and now there is a counter-attack on. Tottenham look a little exposed at the back here as Jackson carries it forward. Good tackle by Udogie to win it for Tottenham once again. Now they are on the move. So open this game at the moment as Udogie chases the ball and keeps it in play. And it is still with Tottenham inside the Chelsea penalty area. Deflected cross. Sanchez didn't come and claim it. Caicedo calmly deals with it in the end and plays it out wide to the right-hand side to Neto. Back to Badiashile, who sends it up into the midfield. Fernandes tussling to try and win possession. It's Pedro Porro who comes out on top and plays the ball all the way back to Forster. Now it's with Bissouma. To Udogie. Udogie forward to Son. Lovely first touch to get away from Caicedo. And then he gets the ball back from Solanke and he's into the penalty area here. Heung-min Son. Can he get the space to shoot? He curls it just wide of the post. And it'll be a goal kick to Chelsea. A lovely move from Tottenham. Heung-min Son and Dominic Solanke linking up beautifully. So they found themselves in another good position here. Tottenham. Son from the left side of the penalty area, looking to bend it with his right foot into the top corner on the far side. I think the goalkeeper put it wide of the post. Absolutely thrilling game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Would be amazed if there are no more goals in this one now. It just feels as though there could be goals scored at any moment. Again, you just won't be able to take your eyes off. Tottenham to build from a deep defensive position. It's forward by Van der Ven, back by Chelsea. A little bit scrappy at the moment as the ball comes out to Son Heung-min. There's the ball taken away from him. Pedro Neto was crashing in with a challenge. Fair one though, it will be a Tottenham throw. minutes played. Spurs 2, Chelsea 1. Another throw. Taken by Udogie. Throws it down the line to Solanke, who's in a bit of a wrestling match with Badiashile. Referee stopping play. He's actually awarded the free kick. Badiashile just had his arms around Dominic Solanke. The scoring, of course, his 5th Premier League goal of the season. There's now a defeat of Son. Plays it to Van der Ven. Across the centre circle to Dragazin. It's Brennan Johnson. The pressure from Cucurella. Johnson gets onto it again. Nice little 1-2. And the ball is going to drop to Kulusevski inside the penalty area. Keeps it in play. And then handball is the decision. The ball bounced up and just struck him on the arm as he found a way through. Just all broke down there for Tottenham. Once again, good work from Brennan Johnson on the right-hand side. He's giving Cucurella a hard time at the moment. 3 goals scored here in the first 70 minutes of the game. Now, doesn't it begin to tell the story? 3 shots on target in this game and 3 goals scored. Really quite extraordinary. Some very well taken goals, but some horrible moments defensively, particularly for Marc Cucurella, who slipped for both goals and was punished. He's in possession now. At the feet of Enzo Fernandez, who plays it back to Colwell. Forward to Lavia. Inside the centre circle. Plays it out to the right to Palmer. Palmer moves it on to Neto. Neto now looking perhaps to get the cross in. Takes on Udogie and is fouled. It's a free kick in a decent position here for Chelsea. Their response to going the goal down. Superstar, I should say, in this game has been pretty good. Equally, Tottenham have had chances to increase their lead again. Chelsea now in a decent position on the right-hand side. It looks like it's about to be sent into the penalty area by either Palmer or Enzo Fernandez. Most of the players lined up right on the edge of the penalty area, which is more or less where the ball is as well. It is Enzo Fernandez with the ball in. It's a ball that evades everybody and actually hits the corner flag before to play for a goal kick to Tottenham, which has been taken quickly. Fired downfield for Kulusevski. In terms of handball again from the Chelsea players. Kulusevski is dispossessed by Cucurella. Colwell finds Lavia. The pressure from Sarr. And there's a late challenge on Cucurella by Simon. Might be a yellow card as well for Sarr, and it is. On his first offence. It's the suggestion from the referee. It's a little bit of a follow through by Sarr. Contact looked fairly minimal in truth. It was a little bit late. Certainly caught Cucurella. Does Chelsea give the ball away? Badiashile putting it out for a throw in. Udogie now taking the throw in. It's picked up by Lavia. Back again by Fernandez, who plays it out wide to Sancho. Sancho helping it on to Jackson inside the penalty area. It's gone behind Fernandez. Didn't quite find its way to Palmer. Kulusevski comes away with the ball for Tottenham. Now it's with Solanke, who is fouled by Colwell. Referee is playing advantage. So Tottenham retain possession. Bissouma to Porro. To Bissouma. Wide to Kulusevski. Trying to play a ball over the top, and it wasn't really on for him. Cucurella wins Chelsea a throw-in. Good defending from him. As the ball comes to Lavia on the halfway line, slips it forward to Palmer. Palmer in a good central position, got a bit of space, goes for the shot, good save by Forster. It comes to Neto, onto his left foot, tries to squeeze it in, and it's another good save by Fraser Forster, and Tottenham finally clear. And a brilliant double save by the Tottenham goalkeeper. First, an effort from Cole Palmer, hit low and hard, left-footed, and the big goalkeeper got down well to make the save. Then twisting and turning from Pedro Neto, got the shot away, and Fraser Forster saving at the near post with his feet. Two good stops there. Chelsea's stand-in keeper, of course, of Vicario, out for the time being with an injury. Reducing there when it really mattered. Chelsea almost gifting possession back to Tottenham on the halfway line. The ball has now been cleared. It's all the way through to Forster. Forster again in possession, and then gives it away, and Udogie manages to recover, manages to win the ball back from Pedro Neto. It would have caused Tottenham some problems had he been able to hold on to the ball there. As they're coming together, Caicedo going in for the challenge. Sarr, who's down, Caicedo down as well. Caicedo was a little late. Players were stretching for the ball. Sarr got there first, cleared the ball away, and then Caicedo came in. Studs raised a little, catching the top of Pape Sarr's ankle. Nothing more than a free kick in the end. As Tottenham play it forward with the ball over the top to Sarr. Up against Badiashile, who makes the challenge and puts the ball out of play for a Tottenham corner. Three and a half minutes gone. Tottenham still with a 2-1 lead. Pushing and shoving going on inside the penalty area. For just having a word with a few of the players. Son will take it, right-footed, in-swinger from the left-hand side as it's into the penalty area and headed against the bar. And it was Pape Sarr who rose highest and came so close to making it 3-1. Sanchez completely stranded. Tottenham very close again to adding to their tally here. Chelsea have given the ball away from the goal kick, and it's with Son across, and it's bounced off Solanke and into the arms of Sanchez. Huge opportunity again for the home side. Chelsea trying to break away quickly until Fernandez lost his footing, but still found his way to Jackson. Chelsea very fortunate there, a couple of huge chances in the space of a few seconds. The Ball is now at the feet of Palmer. Neto driving forward into the penalty area. A little shove from Udogie was there. Did just enough to win possession. And not getting away a foul. Neto. Enzo Fernandez. Holds onto it well, finds Palmer on the edge of the penalty area. Back by Tottenham. Picked up by Udogie. Basuma forward to Son. He's given the ball away. Palmer plays it out to the left-hand side for Sanchez. Comes to Palmer on the edge of the penalty area once again. Comes it to Sancho. Corner of the box here, Sancho. Back to Cucurella. Sancho again. He slipped it into the penalty area for Palmer, who knocks it across the 6-yard box. It's been cleared by Tottenham. Chelsea can go again though with Caicedo. Now Neto. Suddenly the pressure building on Spurs here. Lavia has it. Back to Badiashile. Lavia again. And now Colwell. To Cucurella. Back to Colwell once more. Has lost a bit of its momentum, and the ball is played out to the right to Pedro Neto, who's in an offside position, or was certainly in an offside position. So much has gone on in this first half. The scoreline could be absolutely anything in truth. Chelsea have had chances to level, but Tottenham have had chances to extend the lead as well. Thrilling game, which is kind of what you expect from Tottenham these days, one way or the other. It's usually entertaining. Badiashile handing it back to his goalkeeper, Sanchez. Backtrack a little bit and he clears the ball straight to Sarr, just couldn't control it. And then Bissouma makes the tackle and Udogie has it for Tottenham. Plays it to Kulusevski. Kulusevski back to Udogie again. Left hand side, edge of the penalty area. He looks to play the ball back across and gives it straight to Jackson, and now the counter-attack is on for Chelsea. Neto in plenty of space down the right hand side and Jackson finds it. Neto edging towards the penalty area. Back to Jackson, it gets a shot away, it's blocked, and it'll go out for a Chelsea corner. And once again, Chelsea looked like they were in trouble, and then suddenly they're on the counter-attack. It's just been one of those games, end to end. Absolutely thrilling. There's more paper missiles rain down towards the corner taker, Enzo Fernandez. Getting ready to take this set piece in the penalty area, waiting the delivery. Fernandez sends it in, put away by Solanke. Wait for throw into Chelsea. Just been taken by Fernandez once more. He gives it to Palmer. Palmer checks back and plays the ball to Fernandez. Sancho helps it on. Badiashile plays it out wide to Neto. Neto onto his left foot, back to Benoit Badiashile. And Caicedo plays it back once more to Colwell. Cucurella. Forward again from him. It's Chelsea unable to keep the ball in play down that left hand side, and it's gone out for a throw into Tottenham. In, gives it to Fraser Forster. Sent on to Van de Ven. A little touch there from Son to find Udogie. tearing forward. Driven away by Tottenham this time though, and Colville and Sancho has control to give Chelsea a moment to reset. Prepare to move forward over the halfway line from Caicedo. He's inside the centre circle currently, Tottenham just standing off Chelsea a little bit now. 4 minutes to go in this first half, a pulsating first half. It's played forward to Palmer, and Palmer slips it through to Jackson. Jackson's into the penalty area, fires it over the top, and it was Dragazin who prevented that ball from going on target. He got the touch, blocking the effort. Chelsea get the corner. It's a brilliant challenge from Dragazin. Had to get it absolutely right. If he got that wrong, it was a penalty. It's a brilliant block. The substitute, of course, for the injured Romero pretty early on in the game. He's made a massive contribution there. Once again, there's a bit of a delay. Being taken. Because of the paper being thrown from the stands towards Cole Palmer as he prepares to take it. Free now, sorting things out in the middle as well. Going on here. It's been a breathless first half. Still 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Free again is calling players over to have a word. Heung-min Son and Pedro Neto being spoken to currently. Still 2-1 to Tottenham. Palmer will now take the corner. There's all kinds of action going on inside the penalty area. Palmer's effort from the corner pretty much on target and pushed away by Fraser Forster, reasonably comfortable for the goalkeeper. That's with Fernandez. Pass the ball back to Sanchez. Forward to Caicedo. Caicedo to the right hand side. Enzo Fernandez to Palmer. Palmer to Caicedo. Forward again by Chelsea. They find the equalising goal before half time. Out to Enzo Fernandez. Cross into the penalty area. It's cleared away by Mickey van der Ven. Again, Chelsea have the opportunity to load up the penalty area. Didn't actually go out for a corner. Palmer is there once more, ready to take, left-footed in swinger, and it's a decent ball into the middle of the 6-yard box, falls to the edge of the penalty area, and Chelsea retain possession. It's out wide to Palmer again, sends it across to the far post. They're queuing up at the back there, Chelsea, and it's fallen to Cucurella. He lays it off to Sanchez, back to Cucurella, who sends it over the top and into the stands. And it is a goal kick to Tottenham. Marc Cucurella, who will want to forget a lot of this first half, mainly the opening 10 minutes. 2 of his slips leading to goals for Tottenham led to him changing boots, and since then there has been a change of fortune for Chelsea. Did get a goal back through Jadon Sancho, threatened at times in this first half to find the equaliser as well. There's still time for that before the half-time interval. Neto gives it to Lavia, right to Caicedo, to cross it here. This ball finds Jadon Sancho on the edge of the penalty area once again. No space for him to shoot. He's got quick around the ball, plays instead to Palmer. Palmer looking to slip it through for Neto. Instead to Fraser Forster. 2 additional minutes have been signalled here by the assistant fourth official. Tottenham are close to going in at half-time here with a lead. There is such a long way to go in this game. Now Tottenham have it with Kulusevski, who I think was trying to cross it into the half of Brennan Johnson. It was ambitious. Ended up in the arms of the goalkeeper instead. Near Shield now, just over minutes of stoppage time to play. That was not a good pass from Badia Shield to Lavia, who managed to get the ball under control, but was also caught, it would seem. It's gone down. Minutes or so remaining. Side of the head, I think, by Kulusevski, as Kulusevski tried to nick in front of him to steal the ball. An elbow, I think. Kulusevski, I don't think there was anything too malicious in it. It was being checked by the VAR, but nothing more than a free kick for Chelsea here. Neto has it. Gives it back. Badia Shield puts the ball straight out of play. Just about it for the first half here. We've had the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Look at the watch from Anthony Taylor, the referee. And that will be half-time. Well, what an action-packed first half, and particularly the opening 10 minutes for Tottenham, who benefited from 2 steps from Cucurella. The first allowed Brennan Johnson to set up Dominic Solanke, and the second allowed him to win the ball back and ultimately begin an attack that ended with Kulusevski slotting into the bottom corner. Sancho pulled back a really good goal for Chelsea after 17 minutes, and there have been plenty of chances since, but it is Tottenham who lead at half-time by 2 goals to 1. pushes it long. 2-1 lead for Tottenham at half-time. 2-0 up after 11 minutes. Solanke and Kulusevski with the goals. Jadon Sancho pulling one back for Chelsea. A very eventful first half. Correa slipped and gave the ball away for both the first and second Tottenham goals. He did provide the assist, incidentally, for Sancho. Though it was very much an individual effort from him. There were a couple of contentious moments as well. Caicedo with a challenge on Pape Sarr, which was pretty dangerous, not punished by the referees, even upon video review. Could easily have been a red card for a slightly high challenge. Studs up from Caicedo, but he got away with that one. Kulusevski getting away with an elbow into the face of Romeo Lavia. It has been replaced at half-time, by the way, by Malo Gusto. As we understand that it's not a concussion substitution, it is just a regular tactical change. And that it would probably mean Caicedo going into midfield and Gusto playing at right back for Chelsea. So just to run through the two teams then. Remember, of course, that Romero was substituted early on in the game after picking up an injury and replaced by Dragazin for Tottenham. They haven't made any further changes at the start of the second half. Forster in goal, back forward Porro, Basuma and Sarr in midfield, and Johnson, Solanke and Son the front three for Tottenham. Chelsea, with Malo Gusto coming in, he plays in a back forward, Badiashile, Kolo and Cucurella in front of Sanchez rather. And then it is Caicedo and Fernandes, the defensive midfielders, with Neto, Palmer and Sancho ahead of them, and Nicholas Jackson continuing in the main striker role for the time being. So those are the lineups. Start of the second half. Chelsea in possession here. 2.5 minutes played in the second period. Can they find the equalising goal? One ball over the top aimed at Jackson, Van de Ven tussling with him, unable to hold on to the ball as Neto comes away with it for Chelsea. Cuts infield onto his left foot, gives it to Fernandes, who moves it out quickly to Sancho. Scored a great goal in that first half, and he gives it to Cucurella, looking for the return ball. He gets it and very nearly finds the back of the net. Fraser Forster with a super save to keep it out. It is still with Chelsea, who have it on the edge of the penalty area with Gusto, and now Jackson. Back to Gusto again, and Enzo Fernandez clips it over the top for Palmer, who gets the better of Forster but can't keep the ball from rolling out of play. Might even be a corner. Then Fraser Forster got a touch here, but he did make an incredible save to deny Jadon Sancho from close range. Brilliant stop with his left arm after a terrific exchange between Sancho and Cucurella. It is a corner, incidentally. Palmer to take. Chelsea looking dangerous early in this second half. Corner comes in and headed wide of the target by Jackson. First big chance of the second half. Brilliant save by Fraser Forster. Tottenham are now trying to break away down the left-hand side. Strong challenge by Caicedo. It's picked out Cucurella, who still managed to retain possession despite being challenged. And now he's picked out Sancho, back to Cucurella inside the penalty area, but he couldn't hold on to it. Chelsea win it back again. They are looking dangerous here. Enzo Fernandez against Johnson. Gives it back to Badiashile. Now Sancho plays it against Brandon Johnson, wins the throw in. Augusto now. Forward again, Cucurella. Justo on the right-hand side. Just coming in, headed away by Dragusin. Coming under a lot of pressure at the start of the second half. Justo forward again. Gets the ball out wide. Floated into the back post. It's Sancho challenging for it. He's beaten to it by Pedro Porro though. Plays it forward for Kulusevski, manages to turn his man well, and now he's got a bit of space to run into down the right-hand side. He's got Brennan Johnson in support. He's able to carry the ball all the way to the Chelsea penalty area, plays it into the middle, but far too close to Sanchez, and it's gathered easily by the Chelsea goalkeeper, and he's released it quickly for Palmer, who carries it over the halfway line. Chelsea on the move now. Palmer checks onto his left foot, plays it across to Enzo Fernandez, and he lets it go for Sancho, who knocks it across goal. It's back into the middle again. Palmer's waiting, and it is Udogie who clears long up towards halfway. Once again, the game is so open. Cucurella gives it out wide to Jadon Sancho. A couple of step overs. Plays it back for Cucurella, helps it on to Enzo Fernandez, who goes for goal and only just misses. Forster diving to his left-hand side, didn't get a hand on it, but it bounces wide of the post. It's so close from the Chelsea captain, almost curled in. Forster maybe had the bottom corner just about covered. It was a decent opportunity and really good effort from Enzo Fernandez. Be another problem here for Tottenham. They lost Romero to injury early in the game. Timo Werner is now preparing to come on because Brennan Johnson has got a problem. Receiving some treatment on the pitch and looking a little uncomfortable, hobbling off, looking bitterly disappointed. Set up the opening goal. Involved in the second as well, both time pouncing on the slips from Cucurella. Solid effort from Brennan Johnson in this game. So he's replaced by Timo Werner. A second change for Tottenham, both of them enforced. Could be what Postecoglou would have wanted. His sixth game unbeaten run in the league. He's very much under threat here, but hoping to secure a fourth straight win and really make a statement. Take them up above Arsenal in the table. Arsenal managing just a point today. A draw with Fulham. Them on 29.6 points behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand. They of course didn't play yesterday. It really was a great day for Liverpool despite not playing. Still dropping points today. City yesterday dropping points today. Away a 2-goal lead against Leicester to only pick up 1 point, so quite a few of its teams below Liverpool in the league table not succeeding this weekend. Wins for Villa and Forest, who have come out of this weekend pretty well as things stand. Nottingham Forest in 5th place on 25 points, Villa level on points with them. Forest with a slightly better goal difference. Just 2 points behind Man City, 3 points behind Chelsea as things stand now. Of course, there was a long way to go in this game. Chelsea could yet end the day on 31 points, just 4 points up behind Liverpool. Still have that game in hand, their game with Everton pulled off yesterday. We've had almost 10 minutes of the second half from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Caicedo is fouled Papsar, deep inside Chelsea territory. There's a free kick to the visiting side. Can they get themselves a goal back? Ball forward from Sanchez. Sooner helping it forward. It's played all the way back to the Chelsea goalkeeper yet again. Shield leaves it for Fernandez. Goes for a long crossfield ball. It's a decent one, Udogie. Pedro Neto breathing down his neck, just puts it out of play. It's been taken quickly by Chelsea. The corner, it's come to Malagusto, goes for goal. It's parried away by Fraser Forster, and it will be another corner. Short again by Chelsea, not wasting any time. Malagusto into the penalty area, looks to hit it across, it bounces off Solanke, it goes behind for a third straight corner here for Chelsea. Short corner routines are really being dealt with by Tottenham. Going on inside the penalty area between Cucurella and Udogie. Referee has to have a word with the two of them. Here comes the corner. Forster claims it comfortably and then launches it quickly downfield. There's a little bit of a nudge from Kulusevski. And Malagusto is trying to get back and deal with the long ball forward from Fraser Forster. The assistant referee raising his flag for a free kick. Kulusevski protesting his innocence, but there was a clear shove in the back there. Gusto. His possession once again comes into Cole Palmer to the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. It's played out to the right hand side now for Gusto. And Chelsea give it away. Neto can only find Bissouma, but Neto has managed to win it back for Chelsea now. Goes down the right hand side. Palmer in support, might take this on himself. Still going, edge of the penalty area. Couldn't get the shot away. Finds Cucurella. Now it's Sancho. Pedro Neto getting involved again. Sancho helps it on to Cucurella. It's a good challenge on the edge of the box from Kulusevski, but it is still with Chelsea. And the referee is going to point to the penalty spot. Tottenham can see the penalty. It's Udogie. It's actually Bissouma, beg your pardon, with the challenge. Sancho's ball into Caicedo. Bissouma went sliding in to try and clear the ball, missed the ball, cleaned up Caicedo. And Chelsea, with almost an hour on the clock, have got the chance here to equalise. Bissouma picking up his 5th booking of the season. That's a suspension. He'll miss the Southampton game, which is Tottenham's next league fixture. And Cole Palmer has the ball in his hands at the moment. It's the most likely to step up here and try and level this up for Chelsea. It is Palmer. signal from the referee to be allowed to take this. Fraser Forster's made some big saves in this game. Can he now get the better of Cole Palmer? He's been so efficient from the spot, and he tucks it away with ease, sending Fraser Forster the wrong way. Cole Palmer makes it 2-2. And he is such a big player for Chelsea, and so cool under pressure. They're going to his left-hand side. Cole Palmer sent it into the opposite corner. It was right in the corner, perfectly placed. He becomes only the 4th player this season in the Premier League to reach double figures for goals. Goes level on 10 with Chris Wood. Only Mo Salah and Erling Haaland have scored more than Chelsea's Cole Palmer, and it's 2-2. Ball is played back to Fraser Forster. It has been all Chelsea in this second half. They've recovered from 2 goals down. Kulusevski has it for Tottenham. Hooks it on to Werner. Timo Werner now getting involved really for the first time since coming on, as Kulusevski tries to play him in again. Back by Chelsea. Sancho and Correa linking up well again. They have done throughout the game. Really good partnership developing on that side over the course of this match. There's still a long way to go, and you feel there are more goals in this, but it's been all Chelsea really since the start of the second half. And here they come again now, down the right-hand side with Pedro Neto to take on Udogie. Wins that particular battle. It's on the play for a throw. To Sancho on the left-hand side. Back again. Bissouma. Takes it off Jackson. Can't find the teammate with the pass. It comes out of play for a throw. So Fernandez finds Levi Cole. Sheila. Given away. Correa was beaten to the ball that time, and now it's Timo Werner on the right-hand side for Tottenham. Going to find a way through. Didn't get very far in the end. Jadon Sancho working hard to win it back for Chelsea. Now it's with Van der Ven inside the centre circle. Is it out wide to Son? Back to Sarr. So Pedro Porro tries to slide a pass through towards Kulusevski, but it's out of play for a throw in to Tottenham. Time over the throw in here, Pedro Porro, so he gives the ball to Timo Werner. He wins another throw in, final touch off Enzo Fernandez. On the right hand side here, Tottenham level with the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. On again with the throw, Solanke turns well against Caicedo, trying to keep the ball alive, which he does. Fernandez Getting the ball out wide to Sancho, who clears it downfield. It's going to be tidied up by Van der Ven. Forster. Exchanging passes with Dragusin. Ball is back with Fraser Forster now. He sends it forward, but it's back with Chelsea. Caicedo. It's Fernandez. Cucurella, Sancho. Cucurella once again. Augusto. Palmer. It's a free kick for a foul by Solanke. It's been all Chelsea in the second half. They've had so much possession. Really allowed Tottenham to get a foothold in the game at all in the second half, and it's been quite a measured approach from them, really. Since equalising through that penalty from Cole Palmer, they've just slowed things down a bit, established a bit more control. It was pretty chaotic at times in that first half. Cole Palmer is down. Looks like a potential issue. Used to be touching his right foot. Receiving any treatment currently. Hobbling a little bit. It's just trodden on by Solanke. Seems to be okay. Trying to move on here, and suddenly it is all opened up for Son Heung-min, who's put it wide. Well, the ball was played over the top for Udogie, who was in an offside position, and then he stopped running for the ball. It was played over the top by Solanke. Pretty much everybody had stopped because they thought Udogie was going to get to the ball. He left it, and Heung-min Son was able to take advantage. Took the ball into the penalty area and fired it wide of the target. You can't believe he's done that. Chelsea furious because they wanted the offside flag raised. Udogie did sort of stop running towards the ball, but I think it would have been a pretty controversial goal had it been turned in by Son. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things now because he missed the chance. Certainly would have been a talking point. As the ball is played through for Timo Werner, just couldn't get the ball under control. There was a foul prior to that, so Anthony Taylor has pulled it back for a Tottenham free kick. 21 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Ball forward again from Tottenham. It's Pedro Porro who has hooked it into the penalty area. It's a dangerous ball. It's come to Son, but there was a foul inside the penalty area. Levi Colwill down on the ground, coming together with Dominic Solanke. Hooked into the box by Pedro Porro. Solanke and Colwill were waiting in the middle. Colwill just barging into, rather Solanke just barging into the back of Levi Colwill. Solanke not at all happy. Been some real danger there for Chelsea. That foul not been committed. Just starting to create one or two chances now. They've won the ball back inside the Chelsea half, forward by Pedro Porro to Werner. Werner helping it on to Kulusevski down the right-hand side. Kulusevski onto his left foot. No crossing opportunity, but he has drawn a foul from Benoit Badiashile to give Tottenham a set piece in a really good position. That's a clever play from Kulusevski because he was going nowhere. He drew the foul from Badiashile, just got a little bit too close. Tottenham player going down a little cheaply, you would say. Or at least with the minimum amount of contact, but smart play from Kulusevski, drawing that foul from Badiashile. He did just get too close, with his arms on the back of the Tottenham player. So Pedro Porro has a free kick in a really good position. It's to the right of the penalty area, more or less level with the edge of the box. To take it, right-footed cross into the middle, and the header goes wide from Kulusevski, just didn't get enough on it. Mickey van der Ven actually, who got the final touch. Great ball in from Pedro Porro, van der Ven rising. The header just not quite delivering there. Ball in from Pedro Porro. The Ven should perhaps have done a little better with that one. Sancho loses out in the challenge to Solanke, but it goes out for a throw to Chelsea. Just been taken by Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez on the halfway line, lovely exchange with Sancho, and he's still going. Finds Sancho again, great feet from the man who got Chelsea back into this game with the first goal shortly after they'd gone 2-0 down. Gusto now, it's helped onto Palmer on the right hand side. Palmer up against Udogie, holds onto the ball well and then drives towards the penalty area, into the penalty area, still going. Palmer tries to do it all alone, comes to Fernandez, who slams it in, and the turnaround is complete for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez makes it 3-2 with just 17 minutes to go. And Chelsea, after their disastrous start, are really good value for this lead. They've been the dominant side in the second half. It's another well-worked goal. Cole Palmer did it all himself initially, driving in from the right-hand side, beat 2-3 players, and eventually found Enzo Fernandez making a run from the edge of the box. Whether Palmer picked him out intentionally or not, I don't think he did. I think he was going for goal and actually deflected off a Tottenham player, bounced towards the edge of the penalty area. Fernandez running onto it, hit it first time, left-footed, bottom corner. No chance for Fraser Forster. And Enzo Maresca's team now lead with just over a quarter of an hour to go. Wild scenes of celebration on the touchline. From the Chelsea bench, Postecoglou starting to feel the pressure a little bit. At Tottenham, you feel, now knows that this is potentially a disastrous result. 15 minutes they have left here. Kunku is getting ready to come on. It's going to take the place of Nicholas Jackson. It's a bit of a quiet game. He's going to get 15 minutes or so here. Jackson has scored 8 goals in the Premier League this season. Kunku has actually scored more goals overall this season. He's got 7 in the Conference League, a couple in the Premier League as well, 3 in the EFL Cup, the League Cup that is. 12 goals for him this season. He is Chelsea's top scorer. Cole Palmer scored on the spot and he tucks it away with ease, sending Fraser Forster the wrong way. Cole Palmer makes it 2-2. And he is such a big player for Chelsea. And so cool under pressure. Out still in this game. Great block from Pedro Porro. Well, it was a bit of a surprise that Tottenham were able to start the game with Romero and Van de Ven, but both possibly going to end up coming off due to injury. Van de Ven is getting treatment currently. Romero was taken off after about a quarter of an hour. A day that started so well for Tottenham is going horribly wrong. Returning, having last played for Argentina against Paraguay back in the middle of November. Missed the last 4 games. Van is being taken off as well. He was making his return, having last featured against Manchester City at the end of October in the League Cup. Seven games for Tottenham. He is going to end this afternoon here as well. Change for Tottenham. More on that in just a moment, because there's a corner for Chelsea here. They lead by 3 goals to 2. There's again a lot going on inside the penalty area. The corner is headed behind by Pedro Porro. It's going to be another corner. James Maddison has come on, as well as 18-year-old Archie Gray, former Leeds player, getting his opportunity. Lucas Bergvall, another teenager, 18 years old. As the corner comes in, Tottenham headed away. Van de Ven, Kulusevski, Bissouma, incidentally, the 3 players who have come off. We have 10 minutes left to play. Chelsea very much the team in the ascendancy here, the team in control. Tottenham come up with something in the final stages here. Chelsea have won the ball back on the halfway line. It's with the Cucurella now. It's given to Jadon Sancho. Finds Fernandez. Back to Badia Shield. Colwill. Played all the way back to Sanchez. Chelsea now will just look to control this. Final 9 minutes of the game plus stoppage time. Tottenham still pushing here. Werner's cross is blocked by Cucurella and it will be a Tottenham corner. There is still hope. There is still time. Despite the injury frustrations for Spurs, still have a chance here. Poro is going to take the corner. Footed outswinger. Bounces inside the penalty area, forced to Son Heung-min. Pedro Neto up against him, and Pedro Neto comes away with the ball and he releases Nkunku. Palmer is ahead of him as well. Sancho up there. Chelsea getting numbers forward into the penalty area. It is Palmer now. And, well, was he brought down there? He was! It's going to be another penalty. Foul on the edge of the box, going away from goal. Pape Sarr is the player penalised. It's a really clumsy challenge. Goes through the back of Cole Palmer, who was heading out of the penalty area. It's such a poor challenge to make. It's clumsy and it's costly. And it's a second penalty. And it will be, no doubt, Cole Palmer from the spot again. Palmer steps up and chips it down the middle. A Panenka from Palmer, cool as you like. Chelsea running away with it now. It's 4-2. And Cole Palmer enjoying the moment as Chelsea continue their impressive run. It is the coolest of penalties from Cole Palmer. Perfect Panenka. He waited and waited, forced the went to his right. Cole Palmer just completely deceives him. What a comeback from Chelsea. 2-0 down after 11 minutes. They were the team in crisis. A delay to the restart here. Enzo Fernandez is not happy about something. Play does resume. There's a foul on Sarr here by Pedro Neto. Picks up a yellow card. Just getting a little bit bad-tempered in the latter stages of this game. It's a foul on Doggy, in fact, by Neto. And he will be suspended. He'll miss the game against Brentford. It's really unnecessary yellow card from his perspective. He's now being taken off, being substituted, so even more frustrating for him. Only Madueke is ready to come on. Can be brought on. It's been just the most frustrating second half for Tottenham. They went in 2-1 up at half-time. Chelsea, though, have been very good value for their victory here. Second half performance has been outstanding. Consider how the game started. Cucurella with those two slips that led to goals for Tottenham. He's been almost flawless, really, apart from those two moments. Shown a great character to come back from that. Well, Tottenham have had their chances at times in this game. It does look like they're heading for a disappointing defeat. It would be third game in a row without a win in the Premier League. Their 4-0 win at Manchester City at the end of November, tainted by disappointing results around it. The loss to Ipswich here, of course, 4 weeks ago. Draw here against Fulham. The defeat away at Bournemouth in midweek. Could be an interesting time ahead. They have a away trip to Southampton. The sides are finding this season the most difficult currently. And they host Liverpool here in the next home game in 2 weeks' time. That is a big one for them. First away on Boxing Day. Home against Wolves. Final match of the year in the Premier League for Spurs. From ideal situation for them at the moment. And Rangers, of course, Europa League, away from home in midweek. Doing pretty well in the Europa League at the moment. They're not quite inside that top 8 of the league phase, but they are really just outside it, actually just behind Rangers on goal difference. So big opportunity for them to get themselves higher up in that league phase table. Premier League table is not going to make good reading for Tottenham fans this evening unless there is some real drama in the next couple of minutes. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 4-2 lead for Chelsea. A contrast to absolutely flying. Premier League now, heading for a 4th straight win, defeated in 7, including draws against United away and Arsenal at home in that time. Victories at home against Newcastle and Aston Villa, wins away at Southampton and Leicester, and now Tottenham. There's a very strong run of fixtures for Chelsea, some big games for them to come. Brentford at home, next up. They have just given the ball away again here on the edge of their own penalty area, and Solanke's effort is blocked. Cucurella chasing across to try and deal with the loose ball, which he has done. So Chelsea prepared to make a couple of substitutions here, just to kill a bit of time. Joao Felix is going to come on. See out the final few minutes here. It's Cole Palmer who's making way. 2 penalties scored today for Cole Palmer. 11 goals now in the Premier League. Marc Cucurella coming off as well. He had a frankly dreadful first 10 minutes. Horrible moments. But he really made amends, played a big part in the comeback. It's going to be 7 additional minutes to be played here. So Joao Felix comes on for Cole Palmer. Cucurella going off as well, as I mentioned, and he's being replaced by Renato Veiga, the 21-year-old Portuguese player who has featured a little bit of late. Featured more in the Conference League than in the Premier League. So Tottenham looked as though they were about to threaten there, and then someone gave the ball away to Joao Felix, who tried to scamper away, but he's now given away a free kick. There'll be a chance for Tottenham to get forward once again. Bergvall taking the free kick quickly. Tottenham losing possession though. Now the chance to break with Madueke running at the Tottenham defence into the penalty area, accelerates and then looks for the cross. It's a good block. It'll be a goal kick because Madueke was the one who got the final touch in the end. As Tottenham trying to get the game restarted quickly with Dragusin. Plays it to Timo Werner. He's bundled over by Renato Veiga. It will be a free kick to Tottenham. A minute and a half of the 7 additional minutes have been played. Ball is fired forward by Pedro Porro. Now Colwell stepping in to intercept a pass and giving to Caicedo, finds Madueke. Over the top it goes again. Madueke chasing. It's his footing, but still finds its way to Jackson. Chelsea very fortunate there, a couple of huge chances in the space of a few seconds. The ball is now at the feet of Palmer. Neto driving forward into the penalty area. A little shove from Udogie was there, did just enough to win possession without giving away a foul. Neto. To Fernandes. Goes onto it well, finds Palmer on the edge of the penalty area. Back by Tottenham. To by Udogie. Basuma forward to Son. He's giving the ball away. Palmer plays it out to the left-hand side for Sanchez. Comes to Palmer on the edge of the penalty area once again. Gives it to Sancho. Of the box here, Sancho back to Cucurella. Sancho again, and he slipped it into the penalty area for Palmer, who knocks it across the 6-yard box. It's been cleared by Tottenham. Chelsea can go again though with Caicedo. Now Neto. Suddenly the pressure building on Spurs here. Lavia has it. Back to Badiashile. Lavia again. Now Colwell. Cucurella to Colwell once more. Move has lost a bit of its momentum. The ball is played out to the right to Pedro Neto, who's in an offside position, or was certainly in an offside position. So much has gone on in this first half. Scoreline could be absolutely anything in truth. Chelsea have had chances to level, but Tottenham have had chances to extend the lead as well. Thrilling game. Just kind of what you expect from Tottenham these days, one way or the other. It's usually entertaining. Shield. Bringing it back to his goalkeeper, Sanchez. Has to backtrack a little bit and he clears the ball straight to Sarr, just couldn't control it. And then Bissouma makes the tackle and Udogie has it for Tottenham. Plays it to Kulusevski. Kulusevski back to Udogie again. Left hand side, edge of the penalty area. He looks to play the ball back across and gives it straight to Jackson, and now the counter-attack is on for Chelsea. Neto in plenty of space down the right-hand side, and Jackson finds him. Neto edging towards the penalty area, back to Jackson, and gets a shot away, it's blocked, and it'll go out for a Chelsea corner. And once again, Chelsea looked like they were in trouble, and then suddenly they were on the counter-attack. It's just been one of those games, end to end, absolutely thrilling. Small paper missiles rain down towards the corner taker, Enzo Fernandez. He's getting ready to take the set piece in the penalty area, pointing the delivery. Fernandez sends it in, put away by Solanke. Out for throw into Chelsea. Just been taken by Fernandez once more. He gives it to Palmer. Palmer checks back and plays the ball to Fernandez. Sancho helps it on. So Badiashile plays it out wide to Neto. Neto onto his left to Benoit Badiashile. Caicedo plays it back once more to Colwell. Cucurella. Forward again from him. So Chelsea unable to keep the ball in play down that left hand side, and it's gone out for a throw into Tottenham. In, gives it to Fraser Forster, gives it on to Van der Ven. A little touch there from Son to find Udogie, tearing forward. Given away by Tottenham this time now. Colville and Sancho has control to give Chelsea a moment to reset, prepare to move forward. Over the halfway line from Caicedo. It's inside the centre circle currently. Just standing off Chelsea a little bit now. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Pulsating first half. Let's play forward to Palmer. And Palmer slips it through to Jackson. Jackson's into the penalty area, fires it over the top. And it was Dragazin who prevented that ball from going on target. He got the touch, blocking the effort. Chelsea get the corner. It's a brilliant challenge from Dragazin. Had to get it absolutely right. If he got that wrong, it was a penalty. It's a brilliant block from the substitute, of course, for the injured Romero pretty early on in the game. He's made a massive contribution there. Bit of a delay. The corner being taken. There's the paper being thrown from the stands towards Cole Palmer as he prepares to take it. Referee now sorting things out in the middle as well. What's going on here? It's been a breathless first half. Still 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Referee again is calling players over to have a word. Heung-min Son and Pedro Neto being spoken to currently. Still 2-1 to Tottenham. Palmer will now take the corner. There's all kinds of action going on inside the penalty area. Palmer's effort from the corner pretty much on target, pushed away by Fraser Forster, reasonably comfortable for the goalkeeper. It's with Fernandez. Gives the ball back to Sanchez. to Caicedo. Caicedo to the right-hand side. Enzo Fernandez to Palmer. Palmer to Caicedo.
Put him under.